Well, here's wintertime, and one of my favorite times to fish, really, because I get to utilize the skiff in the backcountry with these crazy low tides we get. Funny enough, when we scheduled the shoot, we really didn't think about the fact that there was going to be 2 tournaments going on the same time. And I'm looking around and I'm seeing a few more boats than what I would anticipate to see. After I see who it is and what boats they're in, I realize that quickly that there's no chance they can get to where we're going. Wintertime for us really is a constant rotation of cold fronts. And when we get those northeast winds, it drives a lot of water out of the harbor and it makes those backcountry flats incredibly shallow.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, hey, I don't know if you got that hook set from your dad or not, but
He was swimming at me.
yeah. You gained some ground on him.
He needed a little extra.
You definitely gained some ground on him.
He needed a little extra. Pretty
yeah.
fish.
Amazing what just 2 years of closure does.
Big time. The numbers, I think the numbers and quality of fish have come back a little bit.
Yep. You know, one of the things I've noticed, you know, the last several years is closure and what impact it's made on our fishery. And, you know, I've been doing this a while, so I've seen, you know, the steady decline, and then of course, you know, getting hit with a really heavy red tide really hurt our stocks. And without question, the last couple of years with this closure has made a significant impact, whether it be snook, redfish, or trout. And our redfish and our trout fishing is getting not like it used to be, but better than it was. So I'm excited about where that goes even from here on.
Trying paddle tails on him yesterday?
I didn't try any paddle tails yesterday, but
I think it's a pretty solid choice.
anything else there you like? I mean, these are pretty good too. I think that's my favorite color. Well, let's roll with that one.
Roll that one?
Roll with that one. Then you can swim it right up to him, drop it in his face.
I like it.
I mean,
I like it.
money.
I like it. I think that's him.
That's a solid one.
That's him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's him.
All right, power pole down. I'm gonna come down and I'll probably assist you on this one.
This fish wanted to go right back to that same spot.
Yeah.
Where are you going, bud? Go the other way.
You know, redfish, they tend to kind of change colors throughout the season. You know, the darker the water, the darker the fish. You know, here we are in wintertime. We have limited rain, so we have limited amount of tannins that are flowing into these bays, the water's super clear. And anytime you have a condition where the water is super clear, those fish are going to kind of change their coloration to match that. It's a good looking fish.
Yeah, beautiful.
Whoa.
It was right on the paws too. He just ate that thing off the bottom.
Well, that, you know, that's that Ned rig, so it like standing straight up.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
it pauses, they just like come over and pounce on it. Not too bad.
That was pretty good.
Not too bad.
Didn't even take.
Boy, he's a
long.
healthy one too,
He
man.
is. He's a little plump pumpkin. Got him. Oh, Mr. Snook.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Caught him looking.
Yes, you did.
Oh, what?
Oh, I got a good one.
You got a good one?
I got a redfish. Yes, 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 yes. Way out there.
Oh, yeah.
I am way out there.
All right, let me get this out of the way. And...
Oh, he's swimming at me. I just walked my way to the bow.
You're pretty nimble. But it is desired species. He freaking crushed that paddle tail.
I mean, I was a half mile towards the cove.
Yeah, I know. Well, you even said you saw some mullet down there.
So me and Jay, you know, we've been fishing for probably 12, 13 years, and you know, we share the boat pretty well for the most part. We always crack jokes on each other, who's catching the most fish, who's missing the most fish. So it's a really fun time to fish with them. You know, it's a great time. We make great memories on the boat.
Well, today, you know, we had the opportunity to throw some tailors. We had, you know, some potholes that we were fishing. And one of the things that I really like about this new Teramar XX is its ability to throw small, light jigs. In the wintertime, it's a big deal for us because we find ourselves always downsizing our baits and needing to make long casts. And this is the Southwest Teramar XX. The one we used today was a 7'6" medium action paired up with a Stratic. This is the 3000 series with 8-pound Power Pro Super Slick V2. For us, it's a little bit about presentation and long distance casting. You get the best of both worlds with this. The cool thing about these rods, what's made them different, is now they're with the Teramar XX is you now have High Power X and Spiral X technology and a CI4 seat. Ultralight rod, really good strength in the backbone of the rod, but a good parabolic tip. So it allows you to be able to really pull on some fish when you have them hooked, but have that soft presentation and throw light jigs. Being on the boat with Justin, we've got some history. We've been on the boat together a bunch, and you know, it's nice to be able to fish with somebody that, you know, already knows the program. You know, knows you know, angles to cast and where to be on the boat, and you know, walking around on the boat is super stealthy. And I love sharing a boat with Justin because, you know, he gets it. You know, he understands the program across the board, and he is one hot stick. I had him on my tournament team for a reason.
Redfish. Man, did he hit that? He's swimming at me 100 mile an hour. Oh, don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Oh, watch it! Watch it!
Little NASCAR right there.
You want me to get your fish again?
Sure.
I was anticipating you to say, no, don't worry about it, Jay. I'll get this one.
Seeing how I'm catching all the redfish.
Least I can do is go ahead and...
That's all I wanted to see. Thank you, sir. Solid.
Man. There's a term called busman's holiday, and this is a perfect example of that, where two guides getting together, been buddies for a long time, and just having a day of fishing, and didn't really know what to expect of the day, but those are opportunities and things, you know, that you put back in the memories of why you're doing it and who you associate with. And Justin, that's one good dude.